run out of charge, I'm going to show you kind of an old style Irving garage. Well, I thought the sun was actually going to peek out, but it looks like it decided to go more on the cloudy, rainy side of things. Show you the garage, and then we'll meet again inside where it's warmer, and I will give you a little glimpse of this past week's vintage haul. Yeah, so here's the garage that I was speaking about. Kind of maintain the old style. It's pretty nice. This is the Grand Prairie Winery. I like their wine. Not all of it, but their red wine is particularly good. Nice place to eat. And yeah, we have several wineries in this area. So I'm back home again, and I just got in the door, and I'm just going to leave my hat and jacket on and just give it the look and pretend that I'm actually taping outside like I had originally planned. I thought it was a great idea, but yeah, weather doesn't always cooperate, does it? So let's get started with the vintage haul from the last week or so. So I have a wee bit of information, and hopefully I can convey that to you today. Happy Sunday, by the way. And if you haven't already, it would be great if you could subscribe to my channel and do a thumbs up. Up, not down. Well, it's up to you. I'm not going to censor your perception of my video. Maybe comment if you want to, and share it. That would be great. So let's get started. So these I found just a few days ago. I thought they were so cute, and I have never seen anything like them. So they are actually opaque black glass, and they are made to look exactly, from what I can tell, an exact replica of a camera zoom lens. So there are 4 of them. They're in perfect shape. The original intention is barware or shot glasses, but you could certainly use them for espresso cups or glasses, or even votive candle holders, I would imagine. I'm hoping they are at least 20 years old so I can list them on Etsy. I'm thinking they maybe 90s, it could be 80s, I'm hoping. Actual brand of these, it's called Thumbs Up. An authentic camera zoom lens. Is that upside down? There we go. No, I get it. From time to time, I pick up stained glass. This is real stained glass, not the plastic stuff. And as you can see, it's a really nice unicorn. And if you shine it up to the light, it's purple, pink, white, semi-opal white, and it's got quite expressive eyes. This piece is etched with the glass artist's name, but there's no date on it. The only flaw that I could find on it is a wee little chip on the bottom, right where my little finger is pointing. I don't know if you can see it, but it doesn't in any way compromise the integrity of the glass. It's not going to suddenly fall in pieces. I actually am a stained glass artist, so I know what glass can do, and that little chip is barely noticeable and certainly will not have any negative effect on the overall integrity of the design. So this little syrup server. Has a red plastic pulled back top. Nice little tiny size, and the maker is embossed at the bottom. It's the Federal Tool Corporation, Federal Glass. And I thought it was just darling. I really like the red trimmed or vintage kitchen items that have red on it. I think I mentioned that before. So it's quite a little fancy bottom. Nice little addition to your retro kitchen. So ever since I have watched the very informative episode from a fellow YouTuber, yvonthriftyrich, she did a whole nice episode on recycled glass. And specifically, one of the makers of art glass, recycled art glass, that Yvonne from Thrifty Rich. So again, she was very excited to teach and talk about recycled glass. So I guess it's kind of like a new fun thing to find in the wild. I was in Value Village the other day and I almost walked by this piece. I think the only reason why I picked it up was because the color, the cobalt blue. And then just within seconds, I was thinking, oh, I should probably check that for, to see if it's recycled glass, because now that I know about it and that it is pretty desirable and fetching a few dollars, apparently, some pieces anyway. So it's sort of on my radar, just beginning to be on my radar. So I picked it up, and then, I could see there was a metallic sticker on the bottom, and I was trying to make it out, and it just really didn't jump out at me as, made in China or anything like that. It looked like a newer piece. It didn't look like an old piece, but I put it back, sort of started to put it back on the shelf, and it's like, oh yeah, I should check what that is. I'm curious now. So I got my little magnifying glass out, and I looked, and the first thing that jumped out, it said recycled glass. So I was like, oh. And then the maker is, handmade recycled glass from Spain, which is pretty cool. It's not Fire and Light, but it's from Spain. It's recycled glass. On the sticker, it reads recycled glass, and this is Spanish, so let me murder it for you. Videiros, V-I-D-R-I-O-S, Videiros, San Miquel, handmade in Spain. Sorry that I ruined that pronunciation. So the motif on there is nautical. It has starfish and shells, and it's just a beautiful piece. So hopefully this will be popular too. So my very first recycled glass piece. Thank you, Yvonne from Thrifty Rich, for educating me on recycled glass and putting it on my radar. My first piece. Well, if you've watched any of my videos in the past, I'm pretty partial to lucite, reverse carved, anything, art glass, paperweights. So I picked up this little reverse carved, I guess, like a white shell flower. It has the green leaves. It's a little scratchy in places. Russ Berry and Company. So it's probably an 80s, maybe a 70s made item. It's very cute. I love all of the 3D look to it. I don't know if you can see it. Alrighty. Well, these were a cute little find. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack. They're red clay pottery shoes. Kind of look like almost like a wooden shoe style. Nice glossy glaze on it with a little, the buckle in gold paint. There's no indication where they were made. I'm not really sure. I'm thinking maybe Japan, but I'm not really sure. but I thought they were very cute. And miniature shoes seem to be quite popular and desirable. Well, this was kind of cute. New in its box. There is no barcode, so it's probably, I'm thinking 70s, maybe early 80s. On the side it says made in China. It's a gold tone metal. It may be brass, but I'm thinking it's not. So what it is, it's a 3-piece kitchen bike set. So it's a little toothpick holder in the basket part of the bicycle, and on the side you have your salt and pepper shaker. It's really kind of cute. I don't think I've seen anything like it before. I'll just put the box back over here. Yeah, so it still has the little plastic protective packaging, and the wheels go around. Here's where the toothpicks would go. And once I list it, I will include a brand new package of toothpicks. And I'm thinking the package that I have in mind will actually probably fit there. I'm thinking, hoping. So there's a tiny little, miniature salt and pepper shaker. I just think it's a darling little thing to have, and that would just sit on your table. Isn't this the cutest thing that you did ever see? A little Chihuahua. I believe, based on other listings of this brand name, that this is mohair, and this probably would have been a carnival prize. And it has the original tag, and on the tag it has a date 1967, made in Japan, and it's K-A-M-A-R, Kmar. And I just think it's just the cutest little thing. It has little wires inside of its ears, and the eyes are in really good shape, the little plastic nose, and its stiff little whiskers. It is really, really cute. Dear little Chihuahua dog. Maybe we'll call it Pinky. So I was really happy to get that. I paid up for it. It was $4.99 plus tax at Value Village, but I grabbed it, and because it was very obvious when I saw the tag that it was vintage. And usually pets, dogs, cats, go really quickly. They're desirable. So with Valentine's coming up, I think this would make a nice Valentine's plush toy gift. Rainbow silhouettes. So these are early 1900s, maybe pre-1913, not really sure of the date. They are marked on the back. Some nice quality frames, and there's the label on the back on both of them. And they are little reverse painted silhouettes, and the background is like a rainbow effect. So the colors are kind of fading into one another. So it shows in one a little nymph, what's she doing? Smelling a flower. They are marked by the artist. They're signed by the artist right on top. I don't know if you can see, but just right there. And this nymph, what's she doing? She's maybe splashing dew on her face from the inside of the flower. And then there's a rooster just sitting there. And this one is signed just down here, close to the root of the flower. In the series, there are 6. I found 2. I think I'll go back to the same thrift store and see if maybe more appear. It sometimes happens. I'm pretty excited. Just in the past week, I just found some really nice items. They just set. So based on my research, just quick research, these are going for, a pretty good money. On eBay, they're listed and have sold in the past for, a decent amount of money. And these are brand new. Envelope was open. It has a barcode at the bottom. These come with a card, a certificate of authenticity. So yeah, the pixie dust is actually like a sparkly on these lithographs. Okay, the set was created for you by the Disney Design Group artists. We wish you a lifetime of magical Disney memories. So I'll show you the 4 lithographs. So this reads Disney's Hollywood Studios. So there's Mickey Mouse at Hollywood Studios. That looks like maybe my favorite. I'm not really sure. And then the next one, oh, I like this one too. Epcot. So there's Mickey Mouse in his spacesuit. I've never gone to Disney World or anything Disney. Maybe I will someday. And this is Magic Kingdom. And then the 4th one is Disney's Animal Kingdom. So that just about wraps up this week's Vintage Vigo haul. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you next week. And in the meantime, count your blessings, count your crows, and toodaloo! Woo!